Hey y'all, welcome to my YouTube channel where we learn together, take action together, and reflect together. My name is Tamira and thank you so much for being here. Today we are going to be talking about culturally relevant pedagogy, the theory and framework that is going to transform our schools. If a teacher is culturally relevant, they are critically conscious, culturally competent, and have the ability to advance student learning. I also added a fourth component, volition, just to deepen my own understanding. And in this video, we will deeply explore what it means to have volition as it relates to the culturally relevant pedagogy. So hop in the car and let's ride. Dr. Gloria Ladson-Billings, the author of Culturally Relevant Pedagogy, does not explicitly name volition as a component. However, the idea of volition is woven all throughout the framework, and so I include it in my analysis to support and enhance my own understanding. Here is the anatomy of a culturally relevant teacher. I created this analogy and this visual as a way to demonstrate how all three components plus volition are vital for teachers to be strong, healthy, and able to improve students' academic, social, and emotional outcomes. And I have a video where I break down the entire analogy, and I will link it below in the description box for you all to check out. I chose to use the human heart to represent volition because when we think about the heart in the context of the human body, it is one of the most important organs. It supports the circulatory system by pumping blood throughout your body through your veins and arteries. And this is how all areas of your body get the oxygen and the nutrients they need to survive and to thrive. And so knowing what the heart does for the human body, let's consider what volition does for the culturally relevant teacher. Similar to how the human heart stores oxygen and nutrients for the human body, a culturally relevant teacher's heart, what I call volition, stores desire, passion, motivation, aptitude, and drive for teaching. It supports a teacher's ability to survive, to thrive, and to improve student outcomes. So let's break it down further using one of my favorite ways to process information, mind mapping. At the center of my mind map, I have the word volition. And volition means the power of choosing or determining. Teachers with high work volition deliberately choose to teach because they love children and they want to transform children's lives. Being a teacher is their first and personal preference and a decision they made with their heart. Their love and value for teaching and learning comes from within and is not determined by the environmental context. Teachers with high work volition believe that there are many opportunities to improve student outcomes, especially students that have been historically underserved. They recognize the challenges and educational inequities that exist, and they make teaching and learning related decisions with the belief that they can overcome those challenges. Teachers with high work volition are emotionally intelligent and can manage and change their emotions, thoughts, and behaviors to deal with the uncertainty in the rapidly changing school environment that is often difficult to predict. Culturally relevant teachers with high work volition are altruistic. They are selfless and are deeply concerned for the welfare of their students. Teachers with high work volition have a clear sense of agency, ownership, and personal responsibility. They believe that through their intentions and actions, they can design meaningful learning experiences for their students. So you may be reviewing this mind map and wondering, well, if I did not choose to be a teacher and it is not my first preference, does that mean that I do not have volition? Does that mean that I am not culturally relevant? Maybe I do not love children, but I care about them. Maybe I don't feel personally responsible for my students' outcomes. Maybe I struggle emotionally. Does that mean I do not have volition or that I'm not culturally relevant? Does a teacher have to have all or some of the components of volition to be considered culturally relevant? Well, I think there are levels to it. We know that healthy and strong hearts give our bodies what we need to thrive and survive. The stronger our hearts, the better our brains and bodies function. If our hearts are not strong, our bodies and brains don't function at optimal levels. And we know what happens when our hearts completely stop. Blood stops flowing and our organs do not get the oxygen and nutrients needed to survive, which usually results in death. And I think the same idea applies to the hearts of culturally relevant teachers. A teacher's heart or volition supports their critical consciousness, their cultural competence, and their ability to advance student learning. A weak heart, aka low volition, can lead to death in the classroom, and weak hearts can also be strengthened, and treatment looks different for every teacher based on individual needs. The stronger the teacher's heart, the higher the volition, and high volition supports improved outcomes, which is the purpose of culturally relevant pedagogy. All right, that's all I got for now, y'all. I would love to hear your thoughts about my ideas around volition. And remember, volition is not a part of Dr. Gloria Ladson-Billings' framework. It's a word that I learned while reading The Pedagogy of the Oppressed by Paulo Freire. And by definition, volition means the power to make your own decisions or choices. And I think that choosing to be an educator and deliberately deciding to take actions that improve the lives of marginalized children is what the theory of culturally relevant pedagogy is ultimately all about. So take a few minutes to reflect on your thoughts about volition as it relates to culturally relevant pedagogy. I look forward to reading some of your reflections in the comments. Thank you so much for being here. I love y'all. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you next time. Bye.